It's been a tough year and a half for American workers amid the coronavirus pandemic. And as Americans fight to build back, many are claiming we are at a better place economically this year than we were the same time last year. But is that true? Ariane Till verifies.
On November 2nd, at the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, Scotland, President Biden made a comparison to last Thanksgiving and claimed wages have grown more than inflation in the United States.
This Thanksgiving, we're all in a very different circumstance. Things are a hell of a lot better, and the wages have gone up higher, faster than inflation, and we have generated real economic growth.
So let's verify. Have wages grown more than inflation since last Thanksgiving? Our sources are the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Bureau of Economic Analysis. The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the U.S. It defines inflation as, quote, the increase in prices of goods and services over time, unquote. There are two indexes widely used to measure inflation in the U.S., the CPI, or Consumer Price Index, and the PCE, Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index. Well, here's the difference between the two, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland. Quote, the CPI reflects out-of-pocket expenditures of all urban households, while the PCE Price Index also includes goods and services purchased on behalf of households. That includes things like medical care services paid for by an employer and by the government. The Federal Reserve says it tracks the CPI, but primarily measures inflation by the PCE price index. So we're going to use that. To measure the change in wages, Verify analyzed the Bureau of Labor Statistics data of average hourly earnings for private workers. Because Biden referenced, quote, last Thanksgiving in his comment, we compared the rise in inflation with the rise in wages from November 2020 through September 2021, the most recent month with data. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, average wages rose from $29.61 an hour in November of 2020 to $30.85 an hour in September of 2021. That's a 4.18% increase. Data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis shows that the PCE price index increased 4.33% in the same time frame. So while wages have increased since last Thanksgiving, we can verify no, wages have not grown more than inflation since last Thanksgiving.